of this, but of this game. Oh, Corsair gets picked off. Pont, Corsair, Pont. He tried to dodge, but a little bit too late. And he saved that Overlord. Nicely done. Only losing one Overlord there. BeSt is going to try and push out and put a little bit of pressure. He's going to try and force Julyzerg. If you don't force the Zerg to make defense, they'll just keep making damn drones and hatcheries, and then their economy will be just too ridiculous to deal with. So you kind of got to move out and push in and make them build some units at this point. Otherwise, they'll just build up too much of an economy. Now, the opposite side of that is if you go in with a small squad. You know, I've seen countless times the Protoss will go in with like 3 Zealots and a Dragoon, or just 3 or 4 Zealots, and they'll try and put some pressure on, and then the Zerg ends up having a ton of units, and they just destroy the 4 Zealots, and then the Protoss tries to fall back, and they don't have enough units to defend their door, and they end up losing because they lost their whole army, and then they get either A, overrun by a counter, or they get B, they lose in the long-term game because it takes so long for them to be able to push out of their base because they lost their initial army, so they can't, Protoss can't really move out until they get a large army, until they get a ball of units. And so, yeah. Anyway, some Zerglings coming in here for a bit of a surround. I'm not sure why BeSt isn't falling back to his cannons here. Oh no, some Lurkers incoming as well. I did not expect that. Lurkers burrowing. They're going to be able to probably burrow within range. He does not have observers, so they can get into a position where they can attack those gateways without being within range of the cannons there. So both players sending cloaked units at each other. Although, BeSt sending out his force past those Lurkers to try and get them out in the open so they can do some damage instead of just getting contained. So I guess maybe once he gets observers, he can come from the opposite side or whatever. But that's actually really good. Now he has this little strike force, this little task force that can run around and do damage. And just try and wreak havoc and try and take down Julyzerg's expansions, while instead of getting bottled up in his base by this Lurker contained, he's got a little bit of a force that can go around and do something. So here he is attacking this expansion there. A lot of Zerglings there, but the Dark Templars are really going to be able to go to town on them, although there is an Overlord right there, obviously. But I guess for some reason he didn't target the Dark Templars. So the Dark Templars live. A Zealot goes down in the mix, but they're going to target that hatchery. Probably going to take that hatchery down. It depends on if he targets it or not. It's almost dead. They are targeting the hatchery. The hatchery is going to go down. Boom! Splat! Splatter. The hatchery goes down just before the Lurkers come in to save the day. And in the meantime, yeah, those Lurkers over there are really just carving the BeSt's front door to pieces. He is going to have our observers out before too long, and then he'll be able to theoretically clean that up. There's only 3 Lurkers there. It looks like Julyzerg is not really committed to a huge Lurker container or anything like that. So it's just put a few there just to kind of, you know, be annoying and that sort of thing. And those Scourge fail, and they're trying to be in the right position or not. +1 weapons is already upgraded, so losing that forge isn't going to be a huge problem. Okay, so Julyzerg does have a few more Lurkers there, so he's going to try and stick this contain. And if he does, then he'll be in a good position if he's able to keep that containment, because you know, he's killed that force. He's able to get that hatchery back up at the bottom right position. Whoa, that Corsair is probably going to go down. I don't know if it's going to be able to make it. He might have to micro it, and he might be able to get it. He's trying to pick up that shuttle. Good idea, Julyzerg, but did not work quite out. It did not quite work. But that is just always cool to see when they just run the Suicide the Scourge in there. And if you could pick off that first shuttle, that is just huge, because it really, again, keeps the Protoss in their base for so long. And it's not as big of a deal on Andromeda as it is on others, because then you can still get a 3rd base on Andromeda. And if you use the shuttle and ferry him over to the island, you can even get a 4th base without moving out. So it's not as big of a deal to you know, get stuck in your base on Andromeda, but it is still a big deal. I mean, you don't want to get stuck in your base and then have the Zerg just expand all over the map. That is not what you want. That's exactly what the Zerg wants. That's why they put the Lurkers in front, is that you can contain them with Lurkers and then just expand everywhere and be safe in expanding everywhere. And then when the Protoss finally moves out, you have the superior economy. You can just pump units at them and for the win. Anyway, yes. I think started to mention earlier, so I'll just finish the thought that I have heard that these games are all very, very good, so I'm going to try and do as many of these race battle games as I can, but again, I still do have my roommate, and because I was up till 7 in the morning, yes, I was up until 7 in the morning, trying to get the MSL finals online, uh, only to wake up and find out that they had messed up the audio, but I was up so late, and so I slept most of the day, and so my roommate is coming home before too long, and I don't want to be yelling at my computer and bothering my roommate. So I'm going to try and do 1 or 2 of these games, but someone else might end up doing the rest of them instead of me, or I might end up doing the rest of them another day. We'll have to see. Anyway, BeSt has now moved out. He's got that nice ball of units. He's got his observer, so he's able to break out of that contain, and he's got the Templar along with him as well, and that is really the core of this kind of an army. Oh, he's going to try and take out one of the Templar. Self-defense Storm takes out the Templar, but a lot of Zerglings as well. BeSt has now been able to move out and get that 4th base, and that's really, it's going to put him in a strong position because Julyzerg is only now getting his 5th base. Although Julyzerg, you know, well known for being able to function extremely well under with just a low economy, and he has a lot of Zerglings there. Now, the key is going to be if he can storm them. Oh no, Lurkers getting caught in a weird position. Oh wow, he's got his Lurkers clumped up. That could be death. That could be absolute death. If you clump up your Lurkers like that, it makes they're more effective because they can focus their firepower, but they also can get killed easily by Storm. He dodges some Storms, but a ton of Zerglings going down to Storms. A couple Lurkers clumped up again, dying to Storm. Now he's got a ton more forces. He's just going to send a ton more forces. If he is low on Storm, he may be able to wear him down and destroy at least part of this army. I don't know where all the Zealots have gone. It seems like all the Zealots have gone away, and the Templars are out of energy, morphed into Archons. He is going to have enough forces to kill off these Dragoons. The Zerglings running around are going to trap and surround those Dragoons. Beautiful micro by Julyzerg, running all the way around those Dragoons and getting a surround on them. Although they managed to escape around the backside there, and more Templar coming in. Oh, beautiful Storm. That was awesome. 15 kills on the High Templar. So those Templar coming in just in time to save those last few Dragoons. But in the meantime, again, Julyzerg's gotten a 5th base up. He's getting a 6th up right now. He's got a crap ton of hatcheries everywhere. He's got Hive Tech. He's got Crackling upgrade. He's got the Defiler Mound. He's got the Ultraless Cavern morphing. Oh no, BeSt, watch out for this guy! Oh! Oh my god, he's gonna lose! Oh, it's not speed upgraded! Oh, he doesn't even realize it! What was he doing? Oh man, what was BeSt doing? I mean, I guess we can see now why, you know, he's slipping a little bit lately. The BeSt that I know and love would not have let that happen, and he probably would have had a speed upgraded shuttle anyway. But that was just a little careless, letting that happen there. It looks like Julyzerg is going to go for a small drop on the main, and BeSt does not have any pylons or anything in a place to see it. If he has the Defiler and some Cracklings, this could be bad. He's got a bunch of Cracklings there. I didn't see if there's a Defiler or not. No, it's just Cracklings, so he's just going to try and go in and do some damage. Cracklings on their own are extremely effective. They're just can do so much damage. You see the probes barely trying to block that one cannon, but it's too much stuff going on there. Cracklings prevail over probes and cannons, and managed to take down the cannons and a pylon as well to unpower that Stargate, although I don't think he took down anything crucial. He did not get that Templar Archives or anything like that. Oh no, target! Oh man! Look at that, targeting the Overlords, and there's blood on the ground dripping off of the mouths of those Defilers, so you know that he has consumed upgraded and a couple swarms in each of those Defilers now, and Ultralisks out as well. Wow. And